So I'm inspired this weekend in the understanding of language. Language to ourselves and language to others. It's kind of a careless act that we sometimes embark upon. And what that means to me is, how could we be more mindful and less careless about the words that we say, which are actually from the thoughts that we think? And what I would encourage you to do, for what I found was a great gift this weekend, was, can I catch myself? Can I have the awareness of every thought that I think of? Oh, I can't do this because I've got to go here. Oh, that's impossible today. I'm just way too busy. It's impossible to, I don't know, be gifted something like that. I don't see how that can happen. What I would encourage you to do is stop saying I can't, stop saying I should, stop thinking I can't, stop thinking I should, and redirect. And maybe your redirection could be that of stating, I'm going to learn how. I wonder how Source or Creator will help this unfold. I wonder what's going to happen. Not really sure. But just notice the overall effect of saying no limitations, no limiting words to ourselves, to our partner, to just life and existence. It's going to be liberating. So your only job for a little while is to test that. Take out the word, I can't. Take out I should or shouldn't. Remove it from your vocabulary for 30 days, and I can guarantee you will be a different person after 30 days of being really mindful, really conscious. So in today's practice, I want you to think of everything that's possible for you, not everything that's not. Tuck your toes under a little bit more and think of the space and the arch of the feet. Extend your fingers out wider from one another and use the energy of your palms into the ground to create more space through your hips, your lower back, your feet, your armpits, and your shoulders. Inhale deeply through the nose, and as you exhale, go deeper to floor, deeper to ground. Inhale so much that you feel a stretch within the costals surrounding the ribs. And as you exhale, allow it to be more spacious. Inhale, lift up into a table or quadruped position. Keep the toes tucked under and cat-cow through the spine. I mean, sometimes we articulate each area of the spine as a separate section. This is a whole active spine. And as we're flexing and extending through the spine, imagine there is a liquefying effect occurring. Let your breath help your pace and your rhythm as you make your spine more mobile. And relax into stillness. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take, since we're taking a full body today, it's going to take a little more time, so a little less warm up. I want you to sit back onto your heels, roll your shoulders back. And it is great that we're starting with the feet as an opener, because truly when we untie the feet, we untie the rest of the system. So let's breathe into that space and place. Allow the eyes to soften, the breath to soften, and be still. Doing your best to stretch through the arch. Notice if your shoulders are rounding forward, if you're fidgeting or trying to run away from it. Instead, be in it. The moment you think, I can't stay in this any longer, is the moment to stay. And maybe ask, how long could I stay? I wonder. Just breathe. Lean forward. That by your feet. Very good. Okay. Let your hips rock back to child's pose, this time with the tops of your feet down as you stretch forward. Keep the tops of your feet down. Manipulate your hips down into high cobra. Squeeze your glutes and let your hips hang. Stretch through the front of your body. Notice if you have restriction here. Roll the shoulders back if they started to creep forward or upward towards your ears. 2, 1. Then roll all the way back. Stretch. Roll forward again. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Come forward. Okay, lay flat. Have your arms in a cactus position. We'll start with the right side first, just to open up through the body. Lift up through the left leg, left hand by your armpit, bend at the left knee, scorpion your left leg, drop your right ear and head to the floor. Push into the right side of your body, specifically the right chest. Roll back through the middle. Left elbow bent at 90 degrees. Right hand towards the chest. Lift up the right leg. Bend at the right knee into scorpion leg. Turn and pivot here. And 1, come all the way back around, extend the right arm out long and wide into the V-shaped left hand here, and then turn and swivel into this straight arm now. Make sure your thumb is down and your pinky is up to track into the deep anterior arm net. Observe where you feel the most sensation. Let's see if we change that. Roll back through the middle. Left arm is extending, right hand by the chest. Turn, pivot. Good. Keep opening up through the right leg. So we get the benefit of our psoas already feeling a stretch first thing. And revolve back to the middle. Okay, take your foam roller. Since we're doing full body, we'll have to be broad rather than acute today. Yeah. So as I promised on Friday, this class is being filmed and will be on the YouTube channel, so you can look at it while I'm gone and follow along. Okay? So you'll tuck in to the right armpit first, like it's a stuffed animal, little baby or pillow. Okay? Now what we're gonna do here is extend through the right arm. And I have my palm flat to the floor. Then we're gonna spin and turn towards the back of the hand. Then roll back here. So just simply rolling with pressure into the foam roller, changing the arm position, is going to massage the joint, kind of a gentle wake up. Now I'm going to use my left hand to help me roll into it and then come back and away. So I'm going to start to sweep on the inside of my pec and shoulder group, okay? So I'm going to sweep into the chest, underneath the armpit, and then sweep to the front of the delts. Yeah. We'll only do about 3 of these. Good. Your arm is angled at a V shape. Very good. Okay, now from here, stretch and reach your arm up above and then sweep your hand down like you're swimming. So we'll go over top of the foam roller with direct pressure. So we're rolling over the foam roller is not rolling. 2. 1, sweep your right hand down by your hip. Lift up through your belly, and you're gonna thread the needle with your forearm and hand going under your waist. So now you're at the side of, or the outside of your medial delt. And I'm just gonna go up and down here. Keep threading the needle with the right arm, reaching forward towards the closet door, and then bring it up above you. So you're now laying on the back side. The back side. Okay. And from here, I'm going to roll on the posterior delt into the rotator cuff group. And I'm laying on the side of my body. Okay, everybody, you're now on the back side, again in the back of the armpit. We're going to massage forward towards the armpit, then back away into the rotator cuff. You're in the armpit and the lat, not the arm. Good. Good job. Right arm extends back, sweep it forward. Very good. And let's just bring it back up again. So I'm using heavy direct pressure into this region. 2. And 1. Bend the elbow, thread the needle with the arm tracking under the waist, coming back to the belly on the ground. Manipulate yourself to center, and then we'll reverse sides. So all you have to do is pick it up and move it over. There we go. So I'm starting with a deep hug, and it's landing right in front of my chest and my armpit first. And all I have to do is bring the hand here and then massage directly. Or actually, let's go up and down first. That's what we did before. Up and down. So it's gentle. It's about 2 or 3 inches of a roll. It's not a big roll. And the more you push your chest down into it, the more you'll release. I would imagine that your left arm is bent, not straight. Yeah, 2 and 1. Okay, now we'll push ourselves away. So you'll roll down into the ground and then up away. Left arm extends up and forward, and then is going to sweep like you're swimming down towards your hip. Reach your hand to high, and then track your hand low. Yeah. Push into the front of your shoulder a little bit more as you reach your arm up and bring it down. Good. One more sweep down. Bring the forearm under the belly. And the hand is going to thread through to lay a bit more on your side now. So now as you're here in the medial delt, you're massaging up and down. I'm going to thread the needle with the left hand and arm reaching through all the way, then going above the foam roller, land on my side here. So it's wedged directly in the back side of the armpit. Yeah. Okay, now from this position, all you have to do is lean forward into it and then roll your chest up to the ceiling. So roll down and in. And then roll away. Very good. Take your arm down low and then reach it up high. So now we're massaging this area here into the rotator cuff. Make your own adjustments. So you're after the most sensation. Some of you may need to lower the foam roller or lift it into the rotator cuff group. Okay, bring the hand down low, thread the needle with the forearm tracking under, back to the belly. All right, so I'm going to take the foam roller, bring the corner edge of the foam roller to my waist, right at the belly button. And then you're going to separate your abdominal wall here. So we want to get underneath and away from the rectus abdominis, which is pretty superficial. to get into the deeper core muscles and release the psoas. So what I have to do here is breathe in big, lift up my ribs, and then push my body into the corner. So I've lifted now my ribs, I'm pushing myself into the corner edge of the foam roller. And at this time, if I angle myself appropriately, I'll now have a slight turn of the body and go into the diaphragm muscles. There's 4 big muscles here. So when we release the tonic and static state of the diaphragm muscles, we actually can then breathe bigger, get more oxygen into the brain and the system. And so it's really a good thing to do often, because we sit and it gets very sticky. So all I have to do is put direct pressure into it, breathe into it, and then I can gently turn my body, massage my pressure, wiggling into more space. If I've got a knot, like I've got one right there, that feels pretty intense, I breathe, I hold, I feel, and then gently roll it out. The right side is definitely a bit more busy than the left because of our organs, our liver, and everything. Okay, lean to your left so that you can pick up the foam roller and wedge the corner edge of the foam roller on the inside of your hip. So inside of the iliac crest, that bony part that's sticking out. Okay. So in order to massage this space, I have to use my body weight and push into the corner. So I'm pushing into the corner towards the belly. Yeah. And then I can gently massage up and down by using my feet, my toes, to help. Very small motion, it's not a very big one. Great job. All right. Lift up your right hip again, and now bring the foam roller into the hip crease itself. So you can just pick it up and move it down there. We're turning our body now, so you're going to pick up your left hip, roll over top of the foam roller, and twist your hip towards the right. And then come back down and go over it again. Work. Okay. Come to the left side. Use your elbows and knees for assistance. Pick up the foam roller. Keep the corner edge of the foam roller high underneath of the left side of the ribs, the top part of your core. Wiggle into creating more space. So you might have to make some body adjustments, picking up the body, leaning forward into it, find the angle of your ribs. And then I'm going to do my best to try to get in and under the ribs with the edge of the foam roller. I'm going to push out the rectus abdominis and expose the deeper muscles. Pick up the foam roller, move it down into your waistline. You can just gently massage up and down. Notice if you have some big triggers here. That is a sign of ailments. Then massage away, so we're turning the body over. One, twist, lift up the hip, then drop the hips, or the lower half. Okay, lean over to the right so that you can manipulate the foam roller down lower to the inside of the hip crease. Yep. It's moving right along. And once I'm there in the hip crease, I'm going to move up and down a bit, about 5 times. And then side to side. Very good. Drop your right hip, lean over to the side, take the foam roller and the inside, or high up into the armpit, and we're just going to pay attention to the lats for a tiny bit. Not too long, as we then track to the outer hip and outer leg. So here I am. I'm going to pick up my hand rather than have to pick up my body to roll. And I want you have a slight angle to where your chest is coming up towards the ceiling. You can use your left hand or right hand as a support for your head, and then manipulate the foam roller against the outer ribs up towards the back of the shoulder and arm. You're going up and down now. You're going to pick up the foam roller and then bring it into the waistline here. Very good. So as we track into the hips, just be mindful to, not overdo it. But you're going to lift your body up and start to move into the TFL. So as you come through, find gentle movement. I've got my left leg behind me and my right leg long as I'm going into the outer hip now. You may want to lean forward, pay a little attention to kind of the lateral still, but more anterior position of the hip. Roll back around. Left side. Try to move through everything pretty quick. Full body's a lot in one day. It's a lot. Okay, so begin by massaging the outside of your ribs in their entirety, not just the shoulders. So you must use your legs to help you pick yourself up and then roll into it. Pick yourself up down towards the waist. And then your hips will lift. Transition over. The outside of the hip. Roll down towards the outer part of the thigh a little bit, just a little in the front. And we turn around, everybody. Okay. Take it up. Actually, no, we'll take it down. We'll go down and then back to our spine to finish. So I'm going to start on the glutes here, just above the sit bones. This is something we do often. And to just wake up the area in the space, I'm going to go ahead and allow my legs to windshield wiper back and forth, just putting more pressure on the right side than on the left side, massaging. 2, 1, okay. What I'd like you to do is lean a little over to the right, yeah? Right ankle over left knee, and then softly and slowly move up and down the glute. You may need to angle your hips either back to neutral at center or over to expose a knot within the piriformis. But you're going to slowly seek out, tagging the space that needs treatment. And when you got a spot, like I've got a spot right there, kind of feels like a bruise, I'm going to hang out. And then softly go back and forth, massage the spot away. Bring that leg down. Transfer your weight over to the left glute. Just massage the area first. Left ankle goes on top of right knee. And we're going to discover and expose an area to treat. So I've got one right there. You have to move slow enough to separate the fascial tissue and expose what needs to be released. And gently massage it away. Observe and if you need to stay here longer, please do so. But if we can, we're going to move on. 2, 1. Okay. Bring that leg down. Transfer your weight back to the right. Extend the right leg. Left leg is going to go over. And we're going to pay attention to the iliotibial. So the IT band, I'm going to start off in the middle of the leg as I roll down towards the knee and then up towards the hip against the femur. You must move slow, again, to expose the knot. So find where you have the most sensitivity, dig into it, stay with it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sweep it away. One. Okay. Transition to the left. Extend the left leg. And have your right leg over. Gently turn the body. And roll. Find your knot. Go be with the knot. Don't move away. Breathe into it instead. Hold on to it. Stay with it. And then massage softly. Treating those areas that could be causing discomfort, strain, and stress on our joints. We do this stuff not only to heal an injury, but also to be proactive against them from happening. So there's no need to rush it through. You discover where you need to let go, and then you work towards holding it to free it. Beautiful. Okay, come back around. Bring your hips to the ground. Take the foam roller into the calves now. So we're trying to move through. We will get to our back just here in a moment. And just like our feet and our hands, we could spend an entire session easily on the calves, but we don't have the time today. So we're going to find ourselves with putting direct pressure into the middle of the gastrocnemius and soleus. I'm going to roll by picking up my hips towards the Achilles and then back up. Very good. All right, you'll place your hips down on the ground, and we're going to just windshield wiper the toes together and wide. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Softly sweep the rest of the calf. Maybe you need to turn your toes out or turn your toes in. Very good. All right, we're going to pick up the foam roller, place your lower back now against it. Okay, so I'm going to use my elbow as a prop for the body and lean into the left side here. Massage the QL, as the posterior cord, waist. And I'm just moving up and down, letting my weight release the resistance. You may pause if you have a referral or have a knot. Hang on to it. One, massage away. Rotate and support to the right. come back through the middle. Use both elbows to help you pick it up and push it towards the middle of the back. Round your hips up into a crunch, and then softly begin to sweep up towards the upper back and down. Okay, I'm going to land directly in the middle of my scapular blades at this time. Squeeze your elbows in towards one another, and then you will open up your elbows and lift and arch your back. Take pause here, using direct pressure to help open up the anterior side of the spine and the discs. Close and round into a little baby crunch with support. Open. Dive into the pressure and close. Open and close. Bring the foam roller up a bit higher now. So as I get up into the higher part of the trapezius now, I'm going to pick up my hips and then close the arms and the elbows in just to help expose that space and area. And as I stay in the higher part of the back into the trapezius, you probably find some knots here. Obviously, we feel it a bit more intensely when we're using the tennis ball and the softball. We're hitting those exact triggers. The foam roller allows us to actually just work a little bit more into the lymphatic system by doing an overall sweep and flush of the space. It's not acute treatment, but it is treatment to be regarded and respected as enough. Doesn't always have to hurt to be helpful. Okay, you have 1 moment, 1 minute to take care of yourself and travel into the space and the place that you feel like, I might need more attention there. So you get to move on your own a little bit. I think I'm going to go to my left piriformis because that's definitely the thing that bit me. So this class I'll post on the YouTube channel Vitality Forever, Carly Bell, by the end of the day. And then you can follow along with it. There should be other classes on there that you can also follow along with, other trigger point classes. 2, 1. Okay. All right, everybody, release yourself from the foam roller and the object. Just put it to the side here. Take your legs out wide, 1 big final stretch, just to close the practice. This pretty much covers all of it. Lift up out of your waist, and then gently fold forward into this. Most of us need to do this every day. Every day. 2-minute stretch. You're like, yeah, that's what we do. Stay there, keep going. I'll shut off the camera.